Welcome to this thought-provoking journey as we explore what life would be like if the Buddha lived in the modern world. Get ready to be inspired by the timeless wisdom of the Buddha and how his teachings can improve our lives today. From the Four Noble Truths to the Eightfold Path, we'll discover how compassion, mindfulness, and wisdom can bring peace, happiness, and meaning amidst the chaos of the world. So get comfortable, relax and take a deep breath. Let's begin. If the Buddha were a person living in the modern world, he would have lived his life in much the same way as he did in ancient India, following the principles of the Eightfold Path and striving for enlightenment. Despite the many challenges and distractions of modern life, it is still possible to find peace and happiness by living in accordance with the teachings of the Buddha. One of the key aspects of the Buddha's teachings is the Four Noble Truths, which state that suffering exists, that suffering arises from craving and attachment, that it is possible to end suffering, and that the path to the end of suffering is the Eightfold Path. This path consists of right understanding, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. If the Buddha were a person living in the modern world, he would likely find that these principles were just as applicable to his life as they were to the lives of the ancient Indian people. For example, right understanding would mean recognizing the impermanence of all things and the need to let go of attachment to material possessions and external circumstances. In the modern world, this can be a difficult task, as we are bombarded with messages that tell us that happiness can be found through consumerism and the acquisition of material goods. However, the Buddha taught that true happiness comes from within and cannot be found through external means. He said, "Do not dwell on the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate the mind on the present moment." This reminder to live in the present moment and let go of attachment to the past and future can be especially valuable in the fast-paced, ever-changing world of today. Right intention, or the development of a clear and pure motivation, can also be a challenge in the modern world. The Buddha taught that our actions should be guided by a desire to end suffering and to help others. In a world where greed and self-interest often seem to dominate, it can be difficult to maintain a clear and altruistic motivation. However, by focusing on the good of others and living with compassion and kindness, the Buddha would show us that it is possible to cultivate a pure and virtuous heart even in the midst of chaos and suffering. Right speech, right action, and right livelihood are also important aspects of the Eightfold Path that can be applied to life in the modern world. The Buddha taught that we should speak truthfully, kindly, and helpful words, avoid lies, and abstain from harmful speech. This principle can be especially relevant in today's world where the spread of false information and divisive language can have a negative impact on society. In terms of right action, the Buddha taught that we should avoid killing, stealing, and avoid engaging in sexual misconduct, and that we should strive to do good in the world. Right livelihood would involve avoiding jobs that cause harm to others, such as those in the weapons or tobacco industries, and seeking work that is both ethical and beneficial to others. Finally, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration are all crucial for achieving peace and happiness in the modern world. Right effort involves making a consistent and persistent effort to cultivate positive qualities and overcome negative ones. Right mindfulness involves being aware of our thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations in the present moment, without judgment. Right concentration involves developing the ability to focus the mind and attain deep states of meditation, which can lead to greater insight and wisdom. In conclusion, if the Buddha were a person living in the modern world, he would likely live his life in much the same way as he did in ancient India, following the principles of the Eightfold Path and striving for enlightenment. Despite the many challenges and distractions of modern life, it is still possible to find peace and happiness by living in accordance with the teachings of the Buddha. By recognizing the impermanence of all things, cultivating a clear and pure motivation, speaking truthfully and acting kindly, avoiding jobs that cause harm, making consistent effort to cultivate positive qualities, being mindful of our thoughts and physical sensations, and developing the ability to focus the mind, we can find meaning and joy in our lives amidst the chaos of the modern world. The Buddha taught that the path to enlightenment is not a destination, but a journey, and that each step we take towards living a more mindful and compassionate life brings us closer to happiness and peace. In the words of the Buddha, the mind is everything. What you think, you become. By cultivating a positive and virtuous mindset, we can shape our lives and the world around us in a more positive and harmonious way. In conclusion, the teachings of the Buddha are as relevant today as they were in ancient India, and by following the Eightfold Path, we can live happier and more fulfilling lives in the modern world. The Buddha's message of compassion, mindfulness, and wisdom can serve as a guide for us as we navigate the complexities and challenges of the 21st century, helping us to find peace, happiness, and meaning in a world that is often chaotic and stressful. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on bell notifications to become a smarter, wiser and more capable human every day. See you in the next video.